Hey artists, let's get started creating your owls. So there'll be a few things at your table. First of all, you're going to need to get a canvas. Can you say canvas? This canvas board is what we're using just to work on as like a messy mat. You'll get your clay. It might be this color or a gray color. They are both the same, so there's no difference, so no problem. We're going to have to share these stencils. The circle stencils we will use to help us cut our circle out for our owl. There's a tool bin. Lots of tools in here for you to share. And there's something called slip. Can you say the word slip? S-L-I-P, slip. Slip is basically mud water. Mud water is just, what I mean by that is it's just clay and water mixed together. And then you're gonna get a toothbrush, but it's not for brushing your teeth. I'll show you what this is for in a little bit, but you can think of this like glue. This is like the glue that will hold our owl and the clay together. So step number one, you'll need a tool that has a pointed end, kind of like a pencil, like this one, but we're not using a pencil, we're using the tools from our tool bin. And we'll place the stencil in the center of our clay. Oh, and it's okay if your clay has some little lumps or bumps in it. You can smooth them out if you want to, but we don't want to make our clay any thinner. Our clay cannot get any thinner than this. All right, so place that stencil in the center and trace, slowly go around. You have to hold the stencil down so it doesn't move. If it moves, stop what you're doing, place it back in the center, hold it down and cut. Now this is your extra clay. You can use this to create things like the beak, the eyes, so we'll just ball this up and put it to the side. Now, when you're ready, you can grab a tool out of your tool bin. I'm gonna use this big popsicle stick, and I'm gonna make it look like the feathers on the belly. So if the feathers are supposed to be right about here, because if you think about it, we're going to fold the wings in, right? I'm not gonna do it yet, but if we're gonna fold those in, I'm gonna make some little lines that look like feathers. And I'm just pressing lightly. I do not wanna go all the way through to my canvas, which is the board we're working on. I do not wanna push all the way through. So gently pressing. Now I don't want to go too high up because I'm saving room for the face. If I do go up there on accident or on purpose, that's okay, no problem. All right, I like the way that looks. Next up, let's fold in the sides to make the wings. Now we want to save room on the top for the head and on the bottom to see his little belly right here. So I'm not folding it all the way in to make these two touch. No, I'm folding them in just a little to make it look like just some wings popping out. Okay, and I'll press it down, smoothing out anything that I don't, there's cracks or bumps. You can dip your finger in the slip if there's any cracks, and you can run just a little bit of water on top if you need to. All right, I can decorate the wings right now, or I can create the face. To create the face, I'll just fold over a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to create some ears at the top. Now, I have to be careful. I can't pinch these until they're paper thin. That will make the clay really fragile and break. I can only pinch them just a little to make them rounded. I cannot pinch them. For example, I can't pinch them like this. I cannot make it this tiny because this will break. So I just pinch them a little to make them look like my owl's ears. Cute. All right, I can use the tools to decorate. I'm going to add some lines here. You don't have to do this. You could do something different if you wanted. There's lots of tools in your tool bin for you to use. Maybe I'll use the other side of the tool and make some little polka dots in his wings. All right, I'll do this part kind of quickly, but you should be working very slowly to make your owl look so nice. All right, now this part is a little bit tricky. This is where the glue comes in. So in order to make some eyes, I'm gonna start off with a pinch of clay. Oops. I'm gonna roll it in my hands until I make a sphere or a ball. I'll place it down on my canvas. I'll push with my thumb just a little to make it kind of like a little mini cookie. Little mini cookie. Now, I cannot just put my eye onto my clay. It will not stick. This will fall off. In order to make it stick, I need to dip my toothbrush into the slip, which is this mud water. I need to scratch, scratch, scratch on the back of the eye. I need to scratch, scratch, scratch where the eye will go. I want the eye right there. Then I can place the eye down. I'm gonna wiggle it just a little and I'm gonna press it into place. The scratch marks make the clay bind together strongly, and that's the reason we do it. All right, saving room for his cute little beak, but I gotta make another eye, so I'll pinch off a little clay, roll it into a ball or a sphere, place it on my canvas, press with my thumb. Oh, cute. If there's any cracks, dip water, smooth them out. Good. Now, can I just put this right here and be done? No. Scratch and attach. Scratch, scratch, scratch the back of the eye. Scratch, scratch, scratch where you want the eye to go. Scratch and, oops, attach. I'm gonna press the eye, wiggle it, and press it into place. Make sure both of them. Give it a little wiggle test. Oh, nice. Nice and firmly on there. Good. All right. You can make the eyes however you'd like. It might be kind of fun to use a marker. Huh. Look at big old owl eyes. And maybe I'll try doing one of these too. Oh, cute. Haha. You could do eyelashes. You can do a lot of different things. It is totally up to you. It's your artwork. One last thing, let's make a beak. All right. Pinch of clay. Roll it out into a ball. Good. Now this time I'll press it down, but I'm gonna try and turn this into a triangle shape. I think you could call this a pyramid, but that's another way to look at it. So I just shape it into the triangle shape that I want. And now I cannot just place it down. No, no, no. I have to scratch, scratch, scratch the back of the beak. Scratch, scratch, scratch where I want the beak to go. And attach. Good, wiggle it into place, press it into place. My beautiful owl is complete. I love it. Hey friends, if you think about this, one more thing you could do, I'm gonna lift his head up really quick, which I know that sounds kind of crazy. If you remember to do this, this would be really helpful. Mrs. Eaton forgot to scratch, scratch, scratch right here. This, before you make, I don't want you to do this at the very end, right? Like I did. I want you to remember to do this when you first put the head down so that you don't have to worry about doing that. Because look, I messed up my owl's face a little bit. So if you can remember to do that, make sure you do. All right, after this, bring your owl to Mrs. Eaton. She'll help you write your name on it. She'll help you do a few more things. And before you wash your hands, use a paper towel, wipe as much off as you can of the clay, and go over the garbage and pick off as much as you can too. And then you can wash your hands. Good luck, artists.